Hello and welcome. My name is David Fuchsa and you're viewing the introduction video for the first video in my fifth playlist for Dwarf Fortress. I am basically playing right now in version 34.11, and this was basically the version before Toady came out with the updates for the adventure mode, and right after, or the current version that he's in for after he made the hauling updates. So this video playlist is going to focus on Dwarf Fortress again. My last few have also focused on Dwarf Fortress, but I found like many of the videos from my past playlists, they've been in poor quality. I haven't been uploading most of my videos in like 1080 pixel resolution or of the highest quality bitrate, and I also haven't really been making them very long for what I suspect was like a too short of time. Basically, I like to thoroughly explain what I'm doing. I like to make like my little own self-made rules for playing the game and all of that. And I like to show my thought process for like doing stuff. And this corresponds to needing to make longer videos. Most of the videos in the last playlist I made, playlist number 4, they were like within like 25 to 35 minutes, and that was like too short of time. This time around, I'm thinking about making the videos somewhere between 45 minutes to an hour long. So hopefully I'll be able to do what I want to in those videos, and it won't be too boring at all the time. I will be pausing, I think, a little bit, but I'll try to make it so that the pauses are very limited and few between times when I'm actually going to be doing something. So what am I doing in this video besides introduce myself as Make My World? Many of the worlds I made for my playlist, they've been like small, medium, and the last one was like large world. This time we're going to go down the scale to smaller worlds, and I'm actually going to kill the history. Now, for Dwarf Fortress, a smaller world basically means that there's like less dwarven civilizations to choose from. Well, there's like less landmass to choose a dwarf fortress from, and on that very landmass, there's fewer dwarf fortress in the world itself. Even if you make a number of civilizations very high or number of sites very high, and I think it'll make a very limited game, but it should still be fun. History being very short, I found that if you make the history very long, you tend to get very experienced dwarves, or dwarves that have existed for a long time. And I'm not really into having like skilled dwarf come to my fortress. I prefer the standard peasant or anything like that pops around. That's good enough for me. Number of civilizations, number of sites, that's the number of civilizations you get, and the number of sites is how big they get. Beast, I put that to very high because I like to have more mega beasts running around, just to have some fun with them. Savagery, I tend to like very high, but it doesn't really matter what I put it on. Higher savagery means that there's more untamed wilds or terrifying biomes, or even joyous wilds, and for the most part, I can handle that, I think, just fine. Mineral occurrence, we'll put this down to rare. I don't really care too much about smithing superb weapons or anything like that. It's fine by me if I just start with a bit of copper or something to make weapons with, and that'll be fine. And I can always use Goblinite if I play the game long enough. So we'll go with this. It won't take that long to make. This is actually a really terrible world, I think, just by looking at. In my last playlist, I've like played in like a forestry shrubland next to a mountain biome, an evil biome next to like a plain, and a desert. So I'm thinking, let's go a little wetter than that. Let's go with a swamp maybe this time. This right here is a prairie, and these are swamps over here, I guess. Or yeah, but they're like in the middle of the ocean. I prefer that at least has something around that could attack me. So we'll abort and we'll go again. This might look a little bit better. How's this? Is this all plain? No, these are fields. Up here is like just steps of tropical fields and all that. So again, no swamps really. I might have to do this a few times, but Eventually we're going to pick up some swamps. And it looks like we did this time around. Yeah, the Swamps of Amazement. So we finally got a few swamps in here. We also got a mountain, volcano over here. Which seems to be connected to the place, so that could be, nice to play in later on if I go there. Alright, so what can I expect in the swamp? Swamps are basically prone to have aquifers almost all the time. Sometimes they have salt water in them, sometimes they don't. So I'll actually be penetrating an actual aquifer this time around. Is it tundra? Only frost? Not sure. Could be. We'll check that later. I'm not planning to make an evil embark in this one, but I might if I tire of my swampy fortress. So looking around, we've got a goblin fortress, some humans, some dwarves, and some elves. So this will be a fine embark, I think, to go with. And we'll accept it. And I think that'll be good enough for a starting video. Thank you for watching. Next episode, I'll actually do the embark video, and we'll continue from there.